Hello and welcome to It's a Sure Thing, the community conscious collective platform where we interview amazing people, ordinary people doing extraordinary things in the community and with their businesses, and also just to remind each other, to uplift each other, to share our passion with each other, and to support each other. So thank you for joining us this evening, live on across 50 different TV channels on the Binge Network Syndicate, and also Enlightened Tribe page, Enlightened Tribe group, Shara Sanctuary and Retreat, and My Time TV Live. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We have an amazing woman joining us this evening from Loxton in the Riverland. And please invite your friends to come along and join us and listen to the interview today as well. So going back to the beautiful lady that we've got here this evening, she started yoga 6 years ago. She discovered yoga 6 years ago, and it has changed her life incredibly. It's helped with anxiety and stress, and she loves to just get down on the mat and do some yoga poses and do some breath work and do some relaxation for groups in the local community in Loxton, and also for herself. So that really helps her to ground. This lady I've known for a number of years, actually, and we reconnected when I was in the Riverland running the Riverland Wellness Festival. So without further ado, I'd love to interview the delightful Jo Henschke from Eternal Yoga and Wellness. Hi, Jo.
Hi, Sue. How are you?
Marvellous, marvellous. So good to have you here from the Riverland, from Loxton.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So Jo, you've had a very interesting journey because you've done lots of different things before you got to yoga. And now yoga's a part of your life, and you started your own yoga studio in Loxton. So how incredible is that?
It's amazing. It's a dream come true. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
So 6 years ago you started the yoga journey. When did you?
8 years ago on the mat. 6 years ago as a teacher.
Right. My apologies. So 6 years ago as a teacher, and you've done lots of other training in between as well, haven't you?
About 1,000 hours.
1,000 hours. Wow. How do you even find time for 1,000 hours? Oh dear. Okay. So the yoga center that you've got at Loxton, what kind of classes? Like, there's different types of yoga. What kind of yoga do you actually offer at Eternal Yoga and Wellness?
So I offer adults classes and kids classes. The kids tween classes are roughly about 45 minutes long, and then the adults, there's different classes that I teach, which are yin and a vinyasa flow and a hatha. So they're the three main types that I teach at the moment. Next year I will be bringing men's yoga to Eternal Yoga and Wellness, and chair yoga.
Oh, that sounds interesting. So chair yoga, is that for the more mature people?
Yes, absolutely. For those that want to be able to do yoga and sit on a chair and still move, but possibly may not be able to get up and down off the ground, off the floor, off the mat.
Yeah, that actually might be me. I feel a bit old and decrepit at the moment, but that's okay. Stiff joints, maybe I need to do more yoga and movement. And actually, that's actually one of the benefits of yoga, isn't it? Like the deep connectedness, the breath.
Absolutely. Over time, you can improve your flexibility. It can help you with the movement of the joints. In particular, yin is very meditative, so it is targeting the joints and the deeper fascia and the connective tissue. So it can help with many things like flexibility, strength, mobility. It can ease some anxiety, some stress. So it's got lots of many benefits.
Yeah. And even just turning up and lying on the yoga mat, if you do nothing else but that, you're actually allowing that space to just be with your body and communicate and listen to it as well. And I find, you know, just showing up somewhere and giving you that time is beautiful, isn't it? So
absolutely. It gives, you know, I've aimed to create a safe, sacred space where people can come, walk in the door, leave everything behind, and spend 75 minutes on their mat and practice yoga and breath work, breathing, meditation. But it's a safe, sacred space. That has always been my goal, that what happens in the studio on the mat stays in the studio on the mat. So we've had a lot of laughter, some tears, and some really beautiful yogis.
Yeah, and I know because I've been when we came up for the Riverland Wellness Festival and we were doing some promotion, and
Yes.
we did a yoga we did a meditation class there, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was packed. We had a packed house, and it was just divine. As soon as you walk in, like you say, you feel safe. You've got your essential oils, your doTERRA essential oils, and people
Yes.
can have an oil and they can just relax, and everything's there, and it's just a beautiful big space, and just so divine what you've created, considering that you moved from Adelaide and you moved your family up to live there as well. So
yes.
How long ago was that you moved?
That's coming up to 3 years in January now. It's home. It's home. It's just a beautiful place to be in Loxton and in the Riverland. Everyone's really, really welcoming, and I never thought I'd have the space that I've got, but it just kind of evolved, and it's been a beautiful journey, and I love making a difference in people's lives and making that connection with yoga, breath work, mindfulness. You know, it fills my cup. If I can make somebody's life different, if I can make an impact, then I feel happy.
And that's what Enlightened Tribe is all about: community making a difference, people making a difference, and you do it so easily and gracefully and joyfully, and it shows. It shows in everything you do. So thank you. Thank you for going to the Riverland, one of my favourite places to go in South Australia. And I love it because I can come and catch up with you every time I come up there for the Riverland Wellness Festival as well. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Now we've just got Chris Pitcher. Hi, Chris. She tries to get on every week. So thanks so much for joining us again, Chris. And Chris is saying that she attends yoga 3 times a week, Friday night. They have basically rest and relaxation.
Yes. And that's beautiful, Chris. That's absolutely beautiful to end your week with. What a lovely Friday night.
Yeah, and yoga 3 times a week. That's amazing. So, and Adez said, I'm keen to hear about yoga and wellness. I haven't fully explored yoga, but I'm keen to. So, yeah. So
I've had quite a few new people in lately, and I had a lovely, lovely lady in just this week, and I could see she was really nervous. And so, as I said, my space is very relaxing. It's non-judgmental. So I'm all about the person that's coming in, and everyone's different, and how you move and shift and create a pose is different. So it's all about you and being welcoming into my studio. I believe yoga is for everybody. I believe yoga is for everybody. Perhaps not every teacher is for everybody. You kind of resonate with people. But this lady, it was lovely to see by the end of the class how different she looked. And she just said to me, oh, wow, I just absolutely loved it. I feel so relaxed. I'll see you next week. And I'm like, oh, it's so nice to hear.
So rewarding, isn't it?
Yoga, you can start anywhere, anytime. I think you've just got to find the right teacher or the right space. Because if there's a space with more than one teacher, you quite often resonate with a couple of teachers. Yeah. For me, yoga is about not teaching for me. It's about teaching to the people in the studio so that they come in feeling comfortable and they leave feeling very relaxed and not so stressful or feeling stronger or empowered. So feeling better overall.
Yeah, and I find it really, really effective, and I think there's a lot of stigma about yoga and people thinking it's just downward dogs or something like that, you know, and it's planking or it's that kind of standard yoga kind of thing. But there's so many different variants, and like you say, when you find the right teacher and you just go and you just are present and you feel into what the attendees are needing, and you can change it. Yeah.
Exactly. It's changing lives. It's making a difference in someone's life. So, you know, I teach a few different classes. So if someone's never done yoga, I kind of say, well, these are the classes that I'd recommend. Or if you've got a little bit more experience, then there's a little bit more of a, you know, advanced class, but it's still changeable, and one pose can be changed in so many ways that everyone is accommodated to.
Yeah, beautiful. And I got another question or another message from Chris saying they've got a few blokes joining in as well. Excellent, good on you, Chris.
Absolutely.
Just be careful there. And Sadie's joined us. Thanks, Sadie, for joining us. And she's saying Loxton is a lovely place. Yes, it is. And what a great place to feel connected and a sense of belonging. We visit each Easter. Congratulations on your venture. So,
Sadie.
So for those people that have never been to the Riverland or been to Loxton before, if they're going to come and have a trip up there, book in a session with you. You're open every day. You know, come and check you out, because you're right in the main street, aren't you? The main street.
Just off the main street, but all the details are on my website. So www.eternalyoga.com.au. All the classes are on there, and you can book on the website. So it's so simple and so easy. You just click on book class and you follow the links.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And you will be, well, you have joined us doing yoga at the Riverland Festival, and you're also going to be participating at the Enlighten Adelaide Festival, but in another area of wellness, because you're all over everything. So you'll be coming down for Enlighten Adelaide on Saturday, the 5th of December at Partridge House, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. for those who aren't already aware about it. And can you just tell us a little bit about what you'll be doing at Enlighten Adelaide, Jo?
Absolutely. So for me, wellness encompasses quite a bit, and I joined a company, well, it must be about 18 months ago, as a brand partner, and it's called Neora, and it's a skincare, hair care and wellness range. And I was looking for some new skincare. I was finding what I was using wasn't exactly what I wanted, but I was pretty happy. And a girlfriend introduced me to her, and I absolutely love it. So we'll be down at Partridge House with the lovely Sue and quite a few other lovely people that I know, and we'll be supporting Neora and the products that we have. And I'm really, really looking forward to that, because that's made a difference in my life as well.
Yeah, fantastic. And we're excited to have you there. And you're sharing the store with Zara?
With Zara Inwood. Yes, Zara Inwood.
Yeah, beautiful to have you both at the Riverland and Enlighten Adelaide. So I just feel that the whole well-being industry is just expanding and growing, and the community is just getting more and more aware. You know, it's beautiful.
It is, and we've got a beautiful community here, and we're all embracing each other and sharing each other's posts, and you know, really collaborating together and including each other, and that's really nice. And as you said, we've known each other a really long time, like met in another industry, and how far has that evolved? But it was still all about wellness and following your heart and following your dreams and being true to yourself. And that's what I feel yoga has done for me, is just honoring myself in my journey. Because I stepped on the mat about 8 years ago. Well, actually, I stepped on the mat about 20 years ago and just didn't enjoy it, and went, oh, okay, that's all good. Stepped on the mat 8 years ago and just resonated with the teacher. And 2 years later, after that, I did all my teacher training. Like, I did one teacher training and then I think it was only 3 months later I did my next one, and within 12 months I'd done a crazy amount of teacher training. But I'm very passionate about it because it's moving your body, whether it's yoga or walking, or I played tennis today, like whatever you're doing, it's moving your body. But I think with yoga, the thing for me is the mindfulness and the meditation part, where you switch your mind off. And that can take a little while for some people, and other people come into it really, really quickly. But I like yoga for the movement and the breath and switching the mind off. And I encourage my students when they, when we're in a flow or we're doing particular poses that they know, close your eyes, take away that sense and feel. What is it you feel here? What is it you feel when you move? Like, what brings you joy?
Beautiful. And Jo, how can people do some simple yoga exercises at home or at work? What are some of the things that they can do that are simple? Can you show us some?
Show us.
Handstands? No, you don't have to do handstands tonight.
At home, I often recommend legs up the wall. It's very therapeutic. So basically you find a nice solid wall and pop yourself up there, pop your bottom on the wall and put your legs up the wall. And so it's really therapeutic because it gives your heart a chance to slow down and the pumping of the bloods to slow down. And you see the world from a different perspective. And so it slows your heart rate down, and it's very, very therapeutic, very restorative. So that's one I tell everybody to do at home before bedtime. Child's pose is very soothing as well. And then at work, you can sit at your desk, and there's things that you can do where you can sit and put your one leg out, and you can bring your other leg up and put it on top and do a little bit of a seated a seated stretch. Or you could even do a desk puppy dog where you're all laying over your desk and it's a puppy dog pose. So you can still stretch at your work or at home, depending on what you want to do with what you're doing. But there's many beneficial yoga poses. Sphinx or cobra, where you lay down on your stomach and you come up onto your arms, is really good for lower back issues.
Yeah. The reason I'm smiling is because as you've been talking, I've literally been pulling my legs up and doing that stretch on the chair as I'm sitting down. And also, Adair's put a comment: legs up the wall, a bit of a challenge on a boat, especially when it's choppy.
Yes. You probably want it to be a little bit still.
Isn't that also a really good move for when you've been on an aeroplane? And it's good for the thrombosis kind of thing to just.
It is. Yeah. Absolutely. And then anything with a little inversion, there's a pose called rabbit, or even if you're doing a larger pose, which is still not a big pose, and it's a forward fold, anything with your head below your heart, you're bringing all the blood down to your face. Anti-aging.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm going to do that right now. like this.
But it's really therapeutic. Like, with your head below your heart, you are bringing all the blood down to the brain. So you're increasing the blood flow down to your brain, memory, focus, headaches, migraines in rabbit. It's really good.
Okay, that sounds good. Adair's saying, I'm there, head down. It's not like that. Can you just show me what do you mean, please?
Well, okay. I'm on my meditation pillow. Hang on. Shall I just?
If you can.
Okay, absolutely. Let me move my meditation pillow out the way.
Because I think everybody watching would want to know about anti-aging, and this
I don't know that you can see this, where you put your head down. Can you see me?
Yes. Yep. Okay.
Like that.
Right. Thank you. Oh, you look 10 years younger already.
Oh, thank you.
Oh dear. Now, Adair has also said that she's done a full moon yoga at the beach. and it was really nice. And she's asked, are there any particular things you can suggest for newbies?
Yes, get out of your head. Absolutely. So I think the biggest thing for newbies is that they need to watch the teacher, which is great because they are new, and I encourage that. So if I've got new people in my class, I encourage them to watch me. I usually ask them where they'd like to be, and mostly they like to be up the back. So I will teach on and off my mat. So I'll come off my mat and sort of teach halfway in the middle of the class so they can see me as well. But for newbies, take it very slowly. If you need to rest, you come down to a child's pose or lay down and rest, and just honor your body. Like if something doesn't feel right, don't do it. Like let the teacher know. Because we're all made differently, and bones and joints and everything like that are made differently. So, let the teacher know you're brand new. Let the teacher know whether you've got any injuries or, anything like that. And what you want from the class. So what are you coming for? So the teacher knows and can be aware of that. So when they plan their classes, that you're aware of what your students want. But yeah, it's really to honour your body without any judgment, Adele, any judgment whatsoever. If someone next to you has been coming for 2 years, you're going to look totally different to that person. And that's absolutely fine. It's perfect. Like, as I said, we all start somewhere. So you're going to look different because of the way we're made up, like bones and joints, as I said, in our skeletal system. But just take it slowly and honour your body without any judgment. And that can be really hard.
Yeah.
But that's what I teach. That's how I teach. Like, honour your body, move with the flow. And if you need help, any yoga teacher or any good yoga teacher will see that you need help.
Yeah, and that you're struggling, and you just get out of your comfort zone and just do it. You've got nothing to lose. It's one of the most relaxing, beautiful experiences, and I do yoga every week, and it's through yoga, and I absolutely love it because it's soft and it's gentle, and it's not downward dogs and all of that stuff, which I find a little bit too challenging, actually. So, which is probably why I need to do more of it. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic we won't get into.
Yeah, I always say the pose you don't like is the one that you should do. But downward dog's not for everybody. And that's where I have a hatha class and I have a gentle hatha class. So they're a little bit different, where you don't have as many downward dogs. You can have a flow, and it can be a flow on knees. And then we can take it to standing, but I'm very mindful and aware of that some people don't want or don't, need as many downward dogs. And then my vinyasa flow has a lot of downward facing dogs, and those that come to that love it.
Yeah. So you've got so much flexibility, so many different classes. And the other thing about your beautiful studio, I hope I'm right here, can people hire it out for running their own retreat days, running a weekend shop or something?
Yep, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
And you're also open to collaborating with others. If anybody needs a yoga teacher for their workshop or for their retreat that they're running, you're happy to consider coming along and actually offering yoga classes for those. We were just having that conversation before we went live.
Absolutely. I'm up for collaborating, and if someone wants to come and hire my space and, use it and have something out of there or collaborate with me, I'm open. Like, it's all about well-being, wellness, about being together and making a difference in lives.
Absolutely. And are you open on the weekend, Jo?
Not really at the moment, no. I tend to do workshops. So I'll do a workshop maybe once a month, and I'll offer a Saturday morning class. But I'm more during the week at the moment. I find that's what the clients' needs are here. So I've got 6 adult classes, but next year I'll have maybe 9 to 10. So I will put on an extra day. So no classes really on the weekends. I tend to like to do workshops where I might do a seasonal workshop with the change of seasons and incorporate essential oils with that and things like that. But
So,
I am talking about doing some sound baths the next year. A sound bath.
That would be good. That would be good. Anne-Marie Reeks is actually coming up from the Riverland for Enlighten Adelaide this year. So she's
fantastic.
she's the sound healer. So
yes.
Yeah, Sadie's just said, would love to network. Oh, look, well, here's the collaboration starting already. Would love to network with you, Jo. I'm a health and wellness coach and have just launched my own wellness event and coaching business, as well as a self-published book. Love to come and meet you in the future. And I just met Sadie on Sunday at the Wellness Squared event. She came and said hi, and she's got a stall at Enlighten Adelaide too. So I think this year's festival is just going to be dynamic with all these amazing new people, as well as the good oldies, us that have been going for 13 years. So how good's that?
It's perfect. Yes, I'd love to meet Sadie and have a conversation and collaborate. It'd be great.
Yeah, so there'll be plenty more of that taking place. So people potentially can come and use your studio. I hire it from you on the weekend and join in your classes. Now, with the kids yoga classes, what age usually are the kids that you?
Usually from 4 years old. And I was running 2 separate classes up until this year, and I've kind of collaborated them together, but I'm going to go back to 4 to 8 year olds and 8 to 12-year-olds, because a lot of my 12-year-olds are actually been coming for a few years now, and they're now in the adults class, which is just beautiful to see them continue their yoga journey. So next year I'll have 2 classes. I'll have 4 to 8 and 8 to 12. So it's very much about teaching them mindfulness, awareness of their body, so the function of their movement, and strengthening their bodies, their minds, teaching them about balance. So the younger ones we tend to play more games with, and the older ones, the 8 to 12-year-olds, we do more of the sun salutations and teach a bit longer meditation. So I incorporate lots of different props. We can use butterflies, magnetic butterflies, where they have them maybe on their forehead and they have to balance whilst they're doing a yoga pose. We use blocks and eye pillows. So it's fun. It's fun, but it's teaching them to regulate their breath, develop strength and balance and stability, as well as encourage, there's no competitiveness in my kids' yoga class. So it's not about competition. It's about working together as a team, and that if someone's talking, that they're the person, they're the leader. So we sit in a circle, so there's no beginning and no end. But if someone's got perhaps, say, the singing bowl or a talking stick, then it's their turn. And that you have to honour that person and respect them. So it's really good. It helps with memory and concentration and focus for them as well.
Something that they really, really desperately need right now. So that's awesome. You cover everything. You're a beautiful soul. I adore you. So glad we reconnected back in the Riverland after all those years. 15 years. So people can get hold of you, Jo, via your website, Eternal Yoga and Wellness. You're also on the Enlightened Tribe directory, which is at sueshaw.com.au, part of the tribe. So you can and please pop up your events on there too, because we've got the events section on the directory as well. So please do that. And look, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's been an absolute joy. Thank you. And thank you everyone for coming along and for joining in, and for the collaborations already that are taking place, because that's what this is all about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you at Enlighten Adelaide, if not before, my darling.
You sure will. You have a beautiful few days.
Will do.
Lovely to chat to you.
Thank you. Take care.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.